the marathon story. It all began in Greece about 2,500 years ago in 490 BCE. A huge army from Persia sailed across the Aegean Sea to conquer the powerful city of Athens in Greece. The fleet landed at Marathon, a small town about 40 kilometers from Athens. The Athenians took up a strong position on the hills surrounding the coast and waited to see what would happen. The 50,000 strong Persian army was about 5 times bigger than that of the Athenians. The Athenians decided to ask the city of Sparta for help. Sparta had the best army in Greece, and Persia was, after all, a common enemy. At that time, people communicated across cities, either by sending a messenger on horseback or by using a professional runner. Legends say that the Athenians chose one of their best runners, Pheidippides, to take an urgent message to Sparta, as the rocky and rough terrain was not very suited to horses. Pheidippides ran the 240 kilometers to Sparta in just 2 days, but in vain. Though Sparta wanted to help, they decided that they could not leave, for religious reasons, till it was full moon several days later. So poor Pheidippides ran all the way back with the disappointing news. The Athenians could not afford to wait for the Spartans. The Athenian general Miltiades came up with a clever plan. He divided his men into 3 groups: the center, the left, and the right wings. As per Miltiades' plan, the armies advanced on the Persians, and then the center wing pretended to fall back. When the Persian army rushed in after the center wing, the left and the right wings closed in. The Persians were defeated. They quickly returned to their ships and sailed away. Even the Athenians were a little surprised by their swift victory. They jumped up and down on the shore and cheered. But then they realized that the Persians might be going round the coast to Athens, and most of the Athenian army was at Marathon. They needed to get an urgent message to Athens so that the city would be prepared. So once more, Pheidippides was chosen to run the 40 kilometers to Athens to relay the news of the victory. He made it, but was so exhausted from running to Sparta and back, battling the Persians and then racing to Athens, that he collapsed after shouting, "Rejoice, we conquer," and died. When the modern Olympic Games were inaugurated in Greece in 1896, the legend of Pheidippides was revived through a 40-kilometer run from the Marathon Bridge to the Olympic Stadium in Athens. The race symbolized the bringing together of Greek heritage and the spirit of the Olympics.